Dun, dun, dun. What's up? How's it going, YouTubes? How's it going? Got Fluffy Cat over here. Just taking a quick look. So if you guys see my base, I changed it up a little bit again. This is just another variation, but it's not going to be the main one that I use. I might use it for other reasons than its original intention, probably. I'm going to test it out with four-manning it, just to give extra buildings up here in the front. So basically this is reversing the base. Taking the base and flip-flop. Basically reversing how you normally see it. So it's pretty much keeping the same internals. These four bases here really didn't move whatsoever. All that really moved is the outside of the base. Let's play musical chairs. And rotate. So it just basically reversed everything. So what is the benefit of this? Well, you do get these buildings tightly packed here in the corner, and you do get some extra padding here when you're four-manning it. When you're six-manning it, you can really punch forward. You got a lot of stopping power if you put Vlad and Santa up front. So this is, I guess, decent if you're really trying to push hard. So I might see if it does something for pushing S or T at some point, but not right now. You can see other people have that this kind of setup for the internal of their base. I believe it's more because they're really trying to get a lot of damage up front. A lot of damage up front, which then leaves them a little bit less in back, which, you know, it is fine. But also other problems happen from this. As you can see that Santa right here, where Santa is right now, he's not able to get or attack anyone in this tunnel. So there is going to be some downsides when you have all your heroes attacking. They're not going to be attacking everything on each side. So that's just how it comes to be, how it comes to pass. Now, I gave it some tries, you know, with 6-man on Q. It did fine. It did fine, but it's very aggressive, and when it does work, it works well, but sometimes it doesn't work. So to use the 6-man setup in this particular way, the reverse way, you're going to have more of a bumper out. So you can see I took this piece from over here and moved it over here. I also added an additional spacers here, you can see, so you can see the pattern that I made. And with this pattern, it basically forces any heroes to just come around and keep that distance away, so it does not pull aggro there. Pulling aggro, bad thing. So you got to make sure your distances are good, otherwise you will pull aggro, and aggro is bad. You only want to pull the aggro when they're in the tunnel and when they're going down the tunnel this way. So once they're in the path. But let's take a quick peek with it at 4-man. I'm planning on not doing 6-man. Trying to get my shards up, okay, guys? I need them shards so badly. I need shards. I need them. I need to get my heroes up right now. So I'm right now making a big push to level heroes. So that's just the thing right now. So which hero is this? Cupid. Yep. We don't care about you. You're Pumpkin Duke. You go in the bulk. You can go there. You can go there. Alright, so usually when I farm, I would have Vlad on the side and Druid on the side. So let's move our guys back to where they belong. No. Go back there. There we go. I'm just putting my heroes away. I'm used to having them because when you have those 6 set up like this, you gotta sort of swap your heroes around and to make it more useful. So the reverse way, it does work. It does. It's more aggressive, and because it's more aggressive, there can be losses due to it being more aggressive, like a hero hopping into the tunnel. So it can work for you for the most part. Let's test it out. See what we can get going from it. And that's the only really difference to it, was the insides, the guts of it, as were. So let's take a quick peek on P4-man. See how it is. See how it performs 4-man. I think it should perform fairly well with 4-man because these additional bases up front here act as a buffer, and I don't know if we really needed those additional bases in the back. And it also on the sides, when they spawn over here, they got to go deeper into the base to get to this. So that sort of actually does sort of work well. They don't attack here. I have tested quite a few times, and they don't seem to attack there just yet. Maybe they might, I don't know, but right now they don't. So far on the, like, I think it's like my 8th test on it, or 9th test, or maybe the 10th. I tested a whole bunch with these guys. So hero trials, give plenty of tests, and they don't seem to attack there when any spawning anywhere over here. I moved all my bases down here to test it out, but yeah, let's just give it a try, see what happens. Real world tests, right? Let's test it out. I believe it should be fine. I believe it should be fine. Take a quick peek. So they all spawned over here, which is good. That means some are going to get aggro on this, some are going to get aggro on this. They might actually get aggro on our heroes, because our heroes might pull forward for this. But the aggro that happens to our heroes, we don't really care about, because my heroes are... Oh, dang it. Oh, I didn't... Cupid is still in play. Whoopsie. That's not 4-manning. That's 5-manning. That's a whoopsie. I messed up. There seems to be a Cupid in play. So, Cupid, you're going to get some aggros. Like I said, this is more aggressive. You're going to get aggro on your heroes more often. It is definitely more aggressive. But if your heroes are really powerful, being aggressive isn't a bad thing. And potentially gives you more time to attack. But, yeah, meh. Really, definitely it helps with the flying stuff. And I guess, you know, with S and T, there's lots of flyers. So maybe it's useful. Maybe. I don't think I'll be using it for a while though, or testing it to its true potential for the aggressive mode. So this is more the aggressive mode of Icebreaker. Basically, the base is reversed. So the other ways was more defensive. This one's more offensive. So it still works. It still works. I'm just more of a defensive kind of guy, I guess. But I will test more when I get around to doing more trials on S. Right now, I'm just, like I said, trying to look at this. Like, this hallway is what I've been talking about for like ever. What we've created here. This is naughty. Look how much damage we do in that little hallway. That little strip of land is ridiculously overpowered. When things go in here, hey boss, I dare you to go in here. I dare ya. I double dog dare ya. Nah, he's not gonna go. But all his buddies will. All your friends are gonna die. Uh-oh, we're getting some stacks here. Pumpkin Duke. Pumpkin Duke. Who did he aggro on? Who's the aggro? Oh, we're gonna lose Pumpkin? That's fine, I guess. Let's see how much damage we can do in a very little bit of time. There we go. And boss is dead. Of course, my heroes are more powerful now, so it's quite a bit easier to 4-man or 5-man. In this particular case, we 5-manned it. Let's get rid of 1 and 4-man it. Make it more legit. When I 4-man, I always try to put out some bombs because, well, let me show you where I've been putting the bombs on this base. When you do the reverse option, you can see right behind this tower, I put 1, 2. Right behind this tower, I put 1, 2. Right over here, I put, you can put them in different spots, but pretty much I try and put them over here somewhere. So that is a good chunk of bombs. That one can be there, that's fine. I try and put some there and some there, and then the rest in all the little gaps. And I put some in the tunnel, and then I do the same thing to the other side. And yeah, it works. Works well enough. So what do you guys think of this design modification? So this is still V3 modification reverse. So basically reverse the base, making it more aggressive, less defensive, more aggressive. Now, I wouldn't use this for my day-to-day play, unless it really does help with 4-manning, because my day-to-day play is 4-manning. 4-manning for me is the way to go. I'm about ready to 4-man Q once I get Santa up. Santa, we're almost there. Let's do 4-man Q. I've beaten 4-man Q a good chunk of times. I'm almost at the point where I'm starting to feel secure with doing 4-man Q and farming 4-man Q. We're gonna see if we can push it soon. Right now I'm still farming 4-man P. Give me a moment, we'll farm 4-man Q. That's the progression, okay? But I'm gonna see if this helps any. So we reverse the bases, let's see what it does. Let's play with a P. Play with a P. Play with a P. It's good that they're taking out these bases. Double spawn over there isn't such a bad thing for us. They're probably gonna get their aggro on Santa, which is actually I prefer they get their aggro on Santa. That makes them have to go forever. Lols. Santa's gonna kill you. La 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 la. There you go. Ha 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 ha. Mwahaha. Segmenting their troops for the win. Alright. Love that little hallway. That hallway works well. Alright. Segmenting their troops again. Okay. Just to kill that. We don't really care that that drops because we got 2 now additional bumpers in front. Actually would prefer it would have dropped, but did not. That's fine. We're gonna probably blow our load on Santa and on Vlad Dracula. Vlad Dracula. So, but me being able to 4-man P is not like new news. Maybe we should try it on Q. I really don't want to yet because like I said, I'm really trying to get me some shards. I'm doing all I can to get shards. I tell you, shards, people. Okay, so they can attack that tower through there with this setup. But does it really matter? I don't know. The times that I've did it on Q, it didn't seem to really matter. They still went through. And if the tower does drop, then they're targeting your heroes, but to target their heroes, they got to go through the base, so yeah. It doesn't matter. It segments their troops, and it's fine. So from the tests that I've seen on it, it's fine. It doesn't really hurt us at all. But there we go. We still got little bumpers up in front. I guess that's what this defense is about, is having additional stuff for the target, so they're not really targeting the heroes as much. And on the back side, it seems like it helps on back spawns more, but we didn't get any back spawns to show you. So maybe we'll try a few more to show you what it does for the back spawns. But from what I've seen, it could help with back spawns. Let's see if it does this time. Nope. Bottom. Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Go to your doom. Go in the hole. I dare ya. This is actually what I really like about it here. This base, that hallways, just you get to attack them so much sooner. And this is what happens. We slow them down, we damage them and murder them. And then look what happens here with Santa. Santa slows this dude down. Those hallways gives us so much extra time. I believe he should be targeting Santa, so once Santa gets his proc here, he should be brought to a standstill. Well, near enough. And here's our procs. He'll get in his legs, but we'll get the kill. And that's what matters. The kill. Dun 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 dun. Boss is dead. Yeah, 4-manning P. I love it. 4-manning P is just like the sweet spot, I think. But I think 4-manning Q is going to be potentially a good sweet spot as well. But you have to have really, really high heroes to 4-man Q. 4-manning Q is difficult. But 4-manning P, I was able to do much earlier on, which really gave lots of experience. And I love experience. But I'm starting to cap most of my heroes except Vlad. Vlad's still got a way to go. Vlad, you've got a while to go. We've been feeding Vlad books, so let's feed him some more. We got plenty of books. He's hungry. Let's take a look at him. Should we fight him up? Make this guy a little bit more happy. Don't get mad, get Vlad, and level him up. I didn't level him. I didn't feed him the books recently because, you know, once I got him to 160, he's doing just fine. Levels don't matter as much once you make it beyond 160. Unless you're trying to max out your heroes and get them to 180. Unless they do to 180. But we are what we are. So here we go. Looking pretty good. With all that experience, just look at it pile up. All of these books, all these books. There we go. 2 levels on Vlad. Vlad likes levels, doesn't he? We don't have to do much beyond that because we can't get it to that next level anyway. So there we go. Vlad is looking pretty good. Hopefully, let's hope for some back spawns on this one. I want to see what we get with the back spawns. 'Cause when I got some back spawns on it, I thought it did better. That this particular setup did a little bit better with a back spawn. I thought it was a little too aggressive in the front, but it might be even better for 4-manning. And if that's the case, if it's better for 4-manning, I might use it because, well, I like 4-manning. You guys know that. That's my thing. Might try switching to 3-manning this more often and getting rid of Pumpkin Duke out of the equation. But that's a little bit insanity. Like I said earlier, 3-manning is more risque. More risque. What am I talking about? I'm 4-manning stuff, so yeah, everything's a risk, isn't it? Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's see what we can get going here. Another pie 4-man. There's a back spawn. So you can see that they got to go further into the zigzags to get to that base. And there it goes, finally. They are going to destroy. Ooh, hopefully we don't do too little damage. We're going to have an incident here where Paladin is going to be on his lonesome. Please kill Paladin too. Not going to kill Paladin. We got a lonesome incident. Oh, it's always P1 where things can go wrong. Now, he might be able to kill all this in time. But unfortunately, it's a long wait for him to kill everything in time. Dang it. He might not. I don't know. Looks to be like it's enough time, and I think my towers could range him. And if that's the case, that's good. But I don't know. Ugh. Now, no man's land deaths. They can happen. They can definitely happen. In pretty much any base setup I've ever used, no man lands can happen. With Santa. To be more specific, no man lands can happen with Santa. If you remove Santa from the equation, no man lands tend not to happen. But Santa is powerful, yet too powerful. He's too powerful for his own thing. Good. He's really good, yet really bad, because he hits so dang hard and then leaves like Paladin. Paladin is a really good tank. That dude, hard to kill. Because he's so hard to kill, he doesn't die in one shot from Santa. Especially if Santa's missile misses him. Okay, now what we're looking at here is, can this die in that amount of time? If he hurries his fat butt up, it can. Unfortunately, Paladin is a slow mover. If we got this, it's going to be right on the edge, and that really sucks. I really hate being that dang close to the wire. Fat little dude, move faster. Come on. Come on. I don't want to lose it. If it would have been on this side, it would have already been over, and he would have already been in there and dying. Because this town hall is too heavy. Nope, we're going to probably lose it. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Dang it, no man's land. Santa, Santa. Don't get so excited on P1. Let them come on into the base. Let them come into the base, Santa. Don't get so excited. We would just add 4 more seconds onto this and he would have been in there and dead. God dang it. No Man's Land. No Man's Land can happen. It's rare, but it happens. And No Man's Land happens mainly because of this character right here, Santa. Santa is the cause of No Man's Land. But I love Santa. Once I get Santa to 9 of 9 and 180, I'm probably going to remove him out of the equation. Why? Not saying that Santa's bad, but when you're trying to farm shards, every little bit helps. I'll probably put Immortep in his place, and then that'll be just perfectly fine. Well, I put Vlad here and Immortep over here, and then we'll run it. But you know, that's just all we got. That's what I got to deal with. Santa, you too powerful. You too powerful. Or when I move to 4-manning Q, it's gonna become less of a thing. I get less No Man Lands with Q, and there's a reason for that. All the heroes are higher level in Q. So when you have one that's left up, that one that's left up can chew through the bases much faster. So if I move to 4-manning Q, I'm not going to remove Santa then, because that is not an issue on Q, it seems. And most likely not an issue on R. If you ever start 4-manning R or whatever, it's probably not going to be an issue there either, because the heroes are so high level that they do damage to the bases so quickly that it's not a thing. So that's just for the people that are really high up in the world. For everyone else, you probably don't care about that message. Let's throw that there. Let's get some bombs out and do it again. Do it again. That was bad luck. We were so close to that being a victory. Rawr. Santa. I'm wondering if it's going to change with Santa being at 9 of 9. The No Man's Land. We'll see. We'll see. This is actually a decent spawn. We're going to, for the most part, clear up these bases, and for the most part, clear up these bases. As long as Santa doesn't go retarded and kill this group, you don't have to worry about No Man's Land. These guys all do plenty of damage and can kill the stuff fast enough. This group, on the other hand, is they don't do as much DPS. So this is the group to be worried about. This group, any one of these left up would be able to clear this no problem. This group is your problem that can create No Man's Land. And here's, well, it wouldn't happen at this point because enough bases that are blown up. Even if Santa did blow his load, Paladin could take care of the rest. And that's why it's so rare for No Man's Land to happen. But this group is the group that creates No Man's Land. This group. Right here. Paladin. He's the #1 reason for No Man's Land. Paladin. But I'm hoping that, well, from what I can see with Q doesn't have that problem. P does. But Q's we're planning on ending up, so maybe even R, potentially. At some point we might be able to just 4-man R, and that will be fun. Who knows? I'm going to have to see. I'm going to try. I know Q is 4-manable, and I know Q can be 4-manned, farmed. So I know that's going to be sort of my ultimate goal, to farm that. But question is that going to be where I end up, or am I going to move it to the R? I'd love to move to R, but I think R is fairly deadly. But once I get Vlad to 9 of 9 and get some better skills and higher level skills on my heroes, I'll be able to tell then if R is 4-man farmable, and would be awesome if we can do that. We'll see. I think Q is going to be definitely farmable, so that's what I'm shooting for right now. I was actually pretty close to 4-man farming as is. It's just I need to up my DPS just a little, because you have to kill a Lanacore before you can proc. And for the most part, I can, but sometimes he still can proc. And I believe if I get Vlad to 9 of 9, that Atlanticor is just going to be a joke. Oh yeah, Atlanticor, dead in one spin. And that's the thing, you have to be able to kill Atlanticor with one proc of Vlad or one proc of Santa. He can't be up and running after that. He has to be dead. I'll get there, Just give me a moment. So, looks like we're getting some damage on the boss here. Who are you targeting? Hopefully it's Santa. Ooh, they're on our base. It's all about that base, and they slowed us down. They slowed us down, no, but we got the kill. Right here, this proc right here, because how much damage we're putting out now, we got the kill no matter what. Heck, before you even killed any of our heroes. And that's one of the tricks. Most of my heroes are actually surviving each and every single time through, which is pretty cool indeed. 4-man P, it's fun. Sometimes you can get that no man's land, and that no man's land, there's things to mitigate it, but those things that you do to mitigate it can create other problems. So I just deal with it by, it happens sometimes, but it happens so rarely that I just don't care. And I know why it happens, and I know the exact things that create the no man's land situation. It's one particular group, and it's what it is though, but it's fine. 4-manning it gives you the XP and the heroes that you really care about. Let's show you what I'm dealing with. Some people don't know. Santa, 3-5 there, 8 of 9. Let's take a look at my other hero that's in group. Well, also let's take a look at his inscribe. He's got the slows for the crest, 93. That's powerful. Let's show you Pumpkin Duke. Pumpkin Duke is 9 of 9 with a 4 of 5 berserk. Definitely one of my best heroes is this guy right here. If he had a 5 of 5, I would be like, oh, best in slot hero, this guy. Inscribe on him is 87 with some tenacity for extra HP, so he doesn't die while 4-manning stuff. Then we also got Druid. Druid with a 5-5 revive, a 7 of 9 energetic, with an inscribe of 88 with a 4-4 sprint. This guy likes to run around and bounce around. Make sure he can get there to get the heals on time, basically. Now, what else? Vlad, 7 of 9 with a 1 of 5 revive. Of course, we could obviously get him a better something, anything. Get him something higher level, thank you. Alrighty, so 3, 3, 2, 2. We get this soon to a 3. That'd be awesome. So let's take a quick peek at what we got. We might be able to get that up. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. 3, 5. Ugh. Still more to go, man. It's forever away. Come on. I just want to get them up. But as you can see, my heroes aren't, you know, that spectacular. Most of my heroes are at 7 of 9. So if people that are thinking I'm doing this stuff with 9 of 9 heroes, I only got one. Only Pumpkin Duke. Only Pumpkin Duke. That's the first hero I brought to 9 of 9. And that's because I knew Pumpkin Duke is very powerful at 9 of 9. And I realized that I'd want him at 9 of 9 first. 50% for 8 seconds. Attack rate, movement speed. Ooh. That's a lot. It's a lot of damage you can do. And then because I paired him up with Berserk, he used to have a 5/5 revitalize. I did switch him to a 4 or 5 Berserk. I know lots of people hated me for that, but there was a reason for it. I wanted to pair his proc with a 5/5 Berserk Ice Demon, and I know some people were like, what, Ice Demon? Isn't that a blue? It is, but it could become powerful, I believe, between those two. Alright, this one, 8 of 9, but I don't really use him anymore. Isn't that sad? Except for farming people. When I farm for mana and stuff, he's in. He's in when I farm for mana. 4 or 5 sprint, inscribe 89. Got some decent stuff on him, but I don't use him too much. Let's take a look at our other heroes. You haven't seen my Cupid yet. It has 3/5 light drain, 7 of 9 Cupid's arrow, inscribe of 87 with the basically making him a little bit harder to kill, and he heals more. Well, that's how that goes. Spirit Mage, I don't really use him any much, but you can see 5/5 sprint with a magic missile, so he really runs. I'm planning on building an arena crew just for lulls, and he's gonna be on the arena crew where you go, all your heroes proc, all their heroes die. Yeah. And he's got a stunner. What else we got? That. You can see that once you start getting over here, the heroes really don't have that much of a skill level. Thunder God, 6 of 9, 5/5 War God, 1 on the revive, and 85 for that ability there. So, yeah, my heroes, they're okay. They could be way better. I just, gotta put more time into them. All right, so what do you guys think of the reverse option? It might be better for 4-manning. I don't know. I got to put more effort into it. Got to test it more with 4-manning. Right now, it seems to be pretty good with 4-manning. So, might keep it, might not. Might keep it, might not. Don't know. I'll keep playing. Right now, it's still good for 4-manning. For 6-manning, it's more risky, but it does a lot more damage. So, when you do this, you're playing the numbers. But you have potential to do a lot more damage, a lot more burst damage. It seems to be more aggressive. That's why I say, which then being more aggressive, it could lead to some more losses. So if you're training farming, I don't think it's good for farming, but I do think it's good for progression. So that's my thought when I was playing with it and testing it. It seems to be better for progression and not so good for farming. So just some heads up on that stuff. So what do you guys think of the Icebreaker V3 reverse? Basically just reversing the inside, the guts. So this stuff used to be that way, that stuff used to be this way, but still looks pretty cool. I still like it. Like I said, most of the design of the base is in the wall structure. Inside the base, you got plenty of wiggle room to play around with stuff. Got plenty of wiggle room in here to do crazy things. You could do crazy things in here. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the base makeup. Also, if you wanted to 4-man it, you could decide to take out additional bases and move some stuff around, and you might be able to do even more. It's a possibility. It's a possibility indeed, but I decide not to. I tend to try and keep it so I can switch back and forth between stuff faster. So this is the reverse version of Icebreaker version 3. So, lols. It's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, got to get going. You guys have a good one. You guys have a good ones.